What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Back with it again. You know, I appreciate y'all, all the love that y'all gave me on the previous videos, especially on that Dallas video. Check out that Carmelo Anthony video I did earlier today. Um, Part one of the disrespect of Carmelo Anthony is at an all-time high. We got part two coming real soon. It should be coming your way shortly. You know what I mean? So, number one, before we get into today's team, I want y'all, if you want to donate to this channel, the link is in the description box below this video. Also, to be in the comments section. You know, today we're going to get into a team that I'm real excited about. I actually been waiting to do this team. Some people that know me personally probably thought I was going to do this team right away and all that. But I didn't. I was gonna hold off and let things smooth out. So number one, we're going into the New Orleans Pelicans today. That's the team we're gonna do today. We're gonna do the season preview. Number one, the Pelicans, they had an unbelievable off season. You know, I think everybody's happy on that side. They lost Anthony Davis with the trade to Los Angeles. But even though they had to trade Anthony Davis, they got some great pieces back. They got Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. Those are the players. I'm not sure what if it was a couple picks if I'm not mistaken. But those were the three players that came, and I feel like they're gonna have a good return. I think New Orleans got nothing to hang their hats over. I actually think y'all gonna go to the playoffs this year. Actually, I think this is gonna be the surprise team of the NBA. You know, this is gonna be the wild card team in the NBA. I think the Pelicans is gonna beat out Dallas, Sacramento, and I'm not sure who else, but those teams, even Phoenix and all those other teams, because I think Phoenix is gonna improve this year too. But the Pelicans is gonna make either the 6th, 7th, or 8th seed in the West, guaranteed. They're gonna be a bottom team. They're not gonna be a top team. I think they're gonna get the experience, you know, of the season, you know, and then it's gonna help them in the next year, you know. So number one, they got Zion Williamson. They got the number one overall pick. You know, I wanted the Knicks to get it, but it didn't turn out that way. New Orleans got it, so I actually think that's good for New Orleans. You know, well, Zion Williamson to be good for anybody, but I think is y'all not gonna miss really much. You know, the building is gonna be sold out every night. Y'all gonna be on TV 30 nights a year. You know, it's gonna be like New York City and New Orleans. It's crazy. You know, y'all got a lot of star power. Y'all got a lot of young players that's gonna be stars in the league. You know, I think Lonzo is gonna be a star. I think Brandon Ingram is gonna be a star. I think Josh Hart is gonna be a 3-and-D kind of guy with the potential. If he already got potential to be an elite defender. If he continues to improve his game, putting the ball on the floor, not just being a spot up shooter, and start putting the ball on the floor, then I think he got the potential to be a real good player in this league, you know, and starter potentially, you know. So y'all got J.J. Redick. You can't underestimate J.J. Redick. That was a sneaky pickup on New Orleans. I was wondering where J.J. Redick was gonna end up the whole time. I was like, what's up with J.J. Redick? You know, out of nowhere, he went to New Orleans. And I said, oh, wow. I was like, they got Lonzo, Zion. And they got. I was shocked that J.J. Redick went there. You know, I thought he was going to go to the Lakers or something like that, the Clippers or another team like that, and maybe Houston. But him going to New Orleans, I said, oh, damn, they really going for it. You know, so number one, and another thing, y'all got the captain of the team. But before I get to the captain, you got Derek Favors. You can't underestimate Derek Favors. He's gonna be a starter for y'all. You know, he's gonna help out. Y'all got Jackson Hayes too. You know, he was another one of y'all rookies. You know, y'all can't sleep on Jackson Hayes. You know, Jackson Hayes is gonna be a problem. You know, he's gonna be a starter. He's gonna be starting by definitely by next year. He's gonna be a starter. Maybe not this year, but he will be starting by next year. You know, the captain, Drew Holiday. You can't sleep on Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is the most underrated player in basketball. Because Drew Holiday is I wouldn't, I'm not sure if I consider him a super. Hey, in the playoffs, he a superstar. But I think that Drew Holiday is a star. But he's like right there at superstardom. And now you're finally going to be able to see him now in that role, him being the guy. But I feel like everybody's going to take pressure off each other. Drew Holiday is a good leader for that team because he can close games and he's an elite defender. He's a top 5 defender in basketball right now, arguably top 3. He's probably he's a 2 guard. He's arguably probably the top 3 2 guard in the NBA. On the defensive end. I'm not saying offensively, but defensively, most definitely. He's a top flight defender. So look at Jahlil Okafor. Jahlil Okafor was improving like crazy. It's like he had a resurgence because in that draft, he went in that draft for Karl Anthony Towns, Porzingis, and D'Angelo Russell and them dudes. So Jahlil Okafor, he just flamed out. Like, he just ain't turned out to nothing. It was like, and the sad part is, I'm a Knicks fan. We wanted Jahlil Okafor over Porzingis. That's why he got booed that night, because we wanted one of them 3 dudes. We wanted Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, or Jahlil Okafor. If it wasn't any of those 3, it was the end of the world for New York. But let's not stick too much on New York. I just was touching on a story with Jahlil Okafor, but his season was crazy last year. He had an unbelievable season. I mean, he really improved his stock, with the squad. They got sharpshooting with this team. They got Etuan Moore, sharpshooter. You got Josh Hart, he's a shooter. You got J.J. Redick, a sniper. And another, you got, did I say Darius Miller? Darius Miller is a problem. You got to look out for Darius Miller. I really like Darius Miller. He's a sharpshooter, man. And another thing, y'all got your rookie Nickeil Alexander-Walker, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe he's the cousin of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So look for that. I'm pretty sure they're 2 different players, but they're family. So I was looking at some stuff earlier with Lonzo. Let's start off with Lonzo. Number 1, I want to let y'all know I got a lot of favorite players in the NBA. I would say Melo but he's not in the league, but he will be shortly. But I got Lonzo's one of my favorite players. I got Porzingis. He's one of my favorite players. LeBron. He's one of my favorite players. I got a lot of favorite players, and it's probably more. It's just right now, it's just not coming to me. But New Orleans Pelicans is actually my team out west this year. I'm gonna be rooting for this team, low key. I'm gonna be watching these boys because I like the players that came from LA. Y'all gonna have a hell of a team out here in New Orleans. Zion Williamson, he don't even got to really step in. There's so many other players on this team ready to prove that they the man. That Zion just, he don't got to come in and be the man right away. I think he will, but he don't have to if he don't want to. He could play the back. You got Drew, you got Lonzo, you got Ingram. So I mean, see, Ingram is an underrated player too. Ingram, he's up for a deal at the end of this year, so look for Ingram to show out. Ingram might show his behind off this year because he trying to get that bag. Look, I was watching some clips of Lonzo. He done switched his shooting form up. He is going to the right side now. He's not shooting from the left side no more. He's going to the right. I honestly, I always thought that his Lonzo's game was like very underrated. He's a very underrated player in the NBA. It's like a lot of people who discredit Lonzo, these people don't actually watch the game. They don't watch his games. They just watching what's on SportsCenter or what's on their phones or just looking at the stat line. They're not seeing the impact. I just want to rewind you guys because I watched the Lakers. I monitored the Lakers last year. When LeBron got hurt, they was in the 4th seed. When Lonzo got hurt, I believe that they was in the 7th seed or whatever, six to 7th seed. Once he went down, they just completely fell out the playoffs. LeBron and Rondo got hurt, and it was just the kids there. And then they held it down, and they kept them in 6 to 7. Once Lonzo went down, because Lonzo was leading that team. He had some good games at Oklahoma City. He was leading that team, helping them to victory in Houston before he went hurt. Before he got hurt, and then everybody talks about De'Aaron Fox. I want to let you guys know something. Lonzo outplayed De'Aaron Fox a couple of times last season that just passed. They both was getting each other. Lonzo outplayed him in his building in Sacramento. I want y'all to remember that. Lonzo listen, it's not 100% certain that De'Aaron Fox is better than Lonzo Ball. That's all I'm going to let y'all know right now. You know, I look for him to have an unbelievable season this year. I wouldn't be surprised don't be surprised if this dude is like, people start saying this dude is a sharpshooter. Like, oh my goodness, look, the shooting, what's going on? I thought he couldn't shoot. You know, the man, before he went into the NBA, he was being compared to Jason Kidd and Steph Curry. You know, the man was a sharpshooter in college. The man was a sharpshooter in high school. He went to the NBA. He had some trials and tribulations, you know, on the court, off the court. But now, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if this year he just is a sharpshooter. You know, he's going to be the starting point guard. Drew Holiday there. You got JJ and them coming off the bench. You know, this team is loaded. You know, I'm just going to let y'all know right now, the New Orleans Pelicans is loaded. You feel me? And this is one of my favorite teams this year. And I'm going to be monitoring these dudes a lot. Look for Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson, man, I just look at the potential, the lob potential, the defensive potential. It's just, the sky's the limit for that dude, man. I just hope that I wanted him to develop that jump shot. You know, you don't want to rely on him jumping out the building every night. You know, hopefully he plays smart and not so reckless. You know, but I wish them the best of luck. You know, so definitely give me a like, a share, and most definitely hit that subscribe button. You know, if y'all got any comments, you know, you want to debate anything, you know, get in that comment section. I'm going to get back with y'all. You know, if you want to donate to this channel, I got the link in the description box below this video, also in the comment section. You know, and I want to let everybody know you got to subscribe to this channel because your team might be next.